she goes, what's your name? I was like, Sean. She goes, that's kind of like my son's name. I was like, oh, what's your son's name? She's like, Deshaun.
That's a terrible week for Jonah Hill and Russell. Get him to the Greek. Get him to jail.
Until some guy was like, hey, get out of the way, you fucking retard. Guys, this episode is sponsored by Prize Royale. I have started using Prize Royale. I absolutely love it. I can enter their raffles for less than £1. You can win things like Pokemon cards, you can win cash prizes, you can win Xboxes, you can win PlayStations. They have absolutely everything you need. So if you want to check them out, you can do it very simply. Just sign up to their website, add money into your account, and you can get in on all these amazing raffles for super, super cheap prices. I absolutely love it. I've been entering them at least one a week. Don't tell my ma, okay? But they're absolutely class. Check them out. Prize Royale for all your amazing prize giveaways.
Welcome back to RB Podcast episode 69. We, as always, are sponsored by Monte Carlo, Love Pizza and Prize Royale. And I'm here back on another Sunday with my co-hosts Pete Giffen and Sean McAlevey. Welcome back, boys.
This is Smooth Jazz FM.
69 is a sax position.
Never done it. One day, good enough.
So yeah,
I've never seen a man so buzzing to be like, can I do this one?
Yeah,
Can I?
that's why I wanted to say that one.
Yeah.
That's
69. It's a sex
That's a dirty
position.
hink, Sean.
You're
It's a dirty
sick.
hink.
You're sick.
It's something people do in
Saxonal.
porn.
Saxonal.
We wouldn't know what that is. But
Penises and
That's
vaginas.
like
and all,
when,
so he's
that's
on
when
it.
the woman's on the bottom and the man's on top, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's fucking
Mad.
mad.
It's a whole new world to me, boys.
Whole new world. Tell you what.
It's a brave new one.
Jimmy, pull that up. Fucking.
What's that sex called?
Look at us. If you watched the episode last week, that was 100% a full week ago.
Yeah.
Like it definitely was.
You can see my hair's a lot longer at the
we
back.
just happened to be in the exact same seats and the exact same clothes.
I changed my jumper.
Did you?
Did you?
Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah. I just wanted to freshen up, you know.
What's happened in the last week?
Tell you what,
What's
I
happened since 5 minutes ago?
5 minutes ago.
had a weird encounter with a taxi man on Thursday night. So it is.
Right.
He picked me up.
This sounds ominous.
Honest it is.
Good word on it.
I love it. Love
You,
it.
you brushing up on your thesaurus? You got a lot of time in your
I
hands.
thought you were going to say there if you brushed your teeth. I was like, well, yeah. Yeah, mate, that's what I do. Now I'm disabled. I just sit at home reading the
Read
thesaurus.
synonyms.
Yeah. I love the synonyms.
Well, this
For a family guy.
there's going to be a lot of there's going to be a lot of hyperbole in this story.
I going home. Fuck us.
I'd show you to the door, but I can't.
Oh,
I
Jesus
just got a
Christ.
head rusher.
Fuck.
And we're
What
back.
What happened with the taxi? Come on. The Joe Baxi, as you like to call him.
Well, taxi company.
Don't name him.
I keep getting in trouble for naming stuff.
That's what I'm trying to get to.
Yeah, a taxi man picked me up on Tuesday. You know, man of the world, me. I was up to shenanigans on Thursday night and I got picked up in this
Is that a
taxi.
new nightclub?
Anyway, taxi man.
Good drug deals up in shenanigans there.
This taxi man was driving me back and he was like, just asked me sort of like what am I into and all. I was like, I love history. And then he was like, who do you think's going to win in this Russia-Ukraine war? And I was like, Russia. And he was like, what? And I was like,
Got
yeah.
Russia over 2.5 goals.
Yeah, it's like Russia are going to win. They're going to wear them down, and it's just going to. That's
This what you said?
Yeah, I said this is what's going to happen, and then he started getting like really upset about it, and be like, then what's next for the rest of Europe and all?
Why is he taking your like,
As if I'm gospel and all.
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
he was like, seriously, so you think like we're just going to let Putin push us around and all? And I went, I mean, they have them with a numbers game, like, and all.
Yeah.
And I was like Jimmy Carragher, like, if you just stop what I say, you can see that.
Stop it there.
Yeah, Putin's moving in from here, like, he goes, he's got rid of his assistant coach Prokopin.
for me? It's called Kiev.
Yeah, he goes, he goes, well, the minute he gets to Kiev, the season's over.
Shakhtar Donetsk.
he goes, like, he started the season badly, but he's reassembled the team. He's playing 4-4-2.
Do you think Putin's going to win?
I think that eventually they're throwing off people at it. That they'll grind them down.
I
It'll
got
be
them
another.
before. I got them 4-1. Man, fucking. Put
Do you
the
know what I
rest
think
of
it's
them.
going to be? It's going to be a draw.
It'll be a stalemate.
It'll happen. It'll go on for about 2 or 3 years, and then the place will be bollocks. But they'll pretty much end up in the same position at the end. Finish with.
That's what the taxi man was sort of saying. He was, so what happens to Poland next and all? And I was sort of trying to get a rise out of him. I was like, I think Poland go after that now. And then they work their way to France, UK next and all. But he was getting
Poland, France, Darry McCash.
yeah, he goes, where are you from again, Glengormley? They're fucking. They'll wipe the Thunderdome off the map. That'll be Putin's new office. But then he was getting like kind of upset. So I ended up getting out. It was that awkward. I ended up getting out of the Lansdowne and walking the rest of the way. Because he was like, so what do you mean by that? No, he goes, do you like Putin and all? And I was like, fuck this. So I got out.
You get yourself in some situations, don't you?
Do you know who's going to be the real winner?
Me.
Football's the winner.
Yeah,
So
Football's
that's
the
it.
real winner. Jimmy Bullard here.
So Putin, if you're listening, bro. I've been back
Remember
with you
who backed you from day one.
I've been there with you since day one.
You'll never gig in Zelensky's comedy club ever. You fucking turncoat.
He is a comedian.
Yeah,
he
no,
is.
I'm one of my own. Turned on one of my own.
You look like him there.
Yeah, right.
Hat.
we went to the pub on Friday night. I was again wearing the hat cap, in the golf club having 2 pints, and Rob was like, "Why are you behaving like you're a celebrity, wearing the cap and all, wearing a hoodie, and like you don't want anyone to see you?"
You're Zelensky and Putin, and you're like the wee guy from NATO.
You're the guy who turned on him.
Everyone be
You're
friends.
Bergoven.
Who the fuck's Bergoven?
Fox News.
Sean Hannity.
He's
We'll do it live.
He goes, "If they can do it to me, they can do it to you." Tune into McAlevey Live.
You've lost me. I haven't the clue.
It's called the News Pal.
What
This guy the other day gets on.
I read.
I read the Guardian.
dear.
The actual joke is I read the Guardian because I want girls with septum piercings to like me, and then nobody gets to laugh.
Killer.
Don't just say the opening line of the bit, lad.
I didn't want to give
It's
it
a
away.
flourished.
um,
It's a flourished written.
I read the Guardian.
Really?
It's very 2009 Russell Howard and Mock the Week vibes.
Yeah. I thought you were going to say someone else, Russell something else. I was like,
Russell Brand. Fuck shit. There.
Tell you what, it's very on brand for him. That's a terrible week for Jonah Hill and Russell Brand. Get him to the Greek. Get him to jail.
No way you came up with that there now. Did you?
Waiting a week to
Wait
see.
all week, wait all week.
Sitting piping myself in your bathroom going, get to do the Russell Brand joke.
You said piping yourself?
You did say piping yourself?
Hyping myself?
Oh,
I
hyping
thought you said
yourself.
piping.
It's just like, alright.
No, it doesn't stretch that
Whatever
far.
floats your boat.
Whatever does it for
Aye,
you.
Russell Brand, bold boy.
Is there a whole series coming out on these?
No, I think it's one panorama. I
But
think
they
it's-
said on the tweet that there was a couple.
There's 3 panoramas, one for each comedian. So the first one was Russell Brand, second one is Keith Lemon, and then the third one I heard is apparently David Williams. David Williams? David Williams.
David from the Valley.
I knew his second name wasn't Williams. I knew it was slightly different, but I
Too
thought
much
his first
Gavin
name was
Stacey.
slightly different. David Williams, but like, I'm not surprised.
Nah.
It's one of them ones was like, it's always the ones you least suspect. Nah,
No, it's not.
Sometimes
Every
it's always
year.
the one you fully suspect. Like,
I remember reading David Williams' book, Gangster Granny, as a kid and crying my eyes out at it.
Why?
Cause it
it's a kid's book.
yeah, but I was only 14. At the end of it, it revealed she's got cancer and she wasn't a gangster the whole time. She was just doing that to impress her grandson. And I like proper started crying.
Head home a wee bit, did it?
I was like in bits, like, and my mum was like, "What's wrong?" And I was like, oh, this is fucking wrecked me, like.
And then you started reading the Guardian.
Yeah, then I had to pick up the Guardian and it was like, what about Putin? He's gonna win.
Same thing happened to me. I read Russell Brand's autobiography and started crying.
My bookie wookie.
Nah, I've always hated Russell Brand. He's shite.
But this is what I've said this before on this podcast. You get a weird stage with comedians where they just turn into like, not funny anymore, and just like, I'm gonna speak the truth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what? That's not what anyone wants to
Because I
say.
remember around the time when I was doing my degree and all, when I was still involved in politics, I would watch a load of stuff, and it was around the time where he hadn't went full fucking tinfoil hat, but like he was interviewing like Ed Miliband and all
That interview's
Oh.
embarrassing.
on his YouTube page and all, and you're just like, mate. His whole thing was he was telling people not to vote.
Yeah.
And like saying
Yeah.
it with such conviction, you're sitting there going like, this is such bad advice.
Why was Jeremy Paxman and people having him on?
I
They
know.
give him a platform. You know as well there's sometimes people get cancelled, like Kevin Spacey, fantastic actor. So many good films, and people are like, "Oh, well, you can't watch his films anymore." Russell Brand cancelled. I don't really mind. I don't really like any of
I'm
his
actually
films.
buzzing not to watch the stand.
Yeah.
But do you know what I hear about his stand up and his persona on stage? It was just saying long words quickly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
That's
that Jimmy
not
Hutchinson
impressive
joke.
to me.
Yeah.
Go get the thesaurus.
Yeah.
Like, and also he's awful for doing this. Guys, they're coming for me. He does that all the time.
Oh, his hand
Yeah.
gestures in the video.
Oh, it's like
All I'm saying is, Katy Perry, your silence has been deafening.
I love Katy
Fucking-
Perry.
That's what Katy
Loved
Perry
it from the start.
top
Big
one.
shout out. Big shout out, Katy Perry.
I know that's enough clickbait for this week. We actually,
Yeah.
he's a bad egg. He's a bad egg.
Oh,
And fuck
Sean.
him. And fuck him.
Do you know what we want to say? Shout back the last week's episode. Let's see the episode of 24 Hours in Police Custody. Russell Brand on. I'll tune in then.
no, because I couldn't borrow him like a bit. Guys, so we're
No,
here.
they get
in-
him. Mate, you haven't watched the show. They take no shit. They
Yeah.
nail you. Get on 24
Where
Hours.
is
I
in
said
Police
no
Custody.
David Williams books on. This is fucking real
Yeah.
life.
What's it on,
Crocodile
bro?
goes to dinner. Whatever the fuck you're reading.
Gangster Granny. What a
Gangster Granny.
masterpiece.
James
What
and
did I
Ja-
get? Crocodile goes to dinner for.
You're
I like
thinking
Tiger
of Roald
comes,
Dahl.
Tiger comes to tea. What a
Tiger Comes to
masterpiece.
Tea's good. That's a good book.
Can I confess something? You won't like this. Maybe you won't either. I've never actually read a full book, back to front.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, no,
Is it-
not my thing. I've tried to read James and Jan Peach one. Got to about the last 20 pages.
What about the Gruffalo? Start off with that. It's,
No. But like, I genuinely have never finished a book on my own. Like,
I was mad into Howard Henry.
he was a bad bastard.
He
Rude
was.
Ralph as well.
Confirmed Howard Henry, bad bastard.
my dad used to call me Hard Henry and Thomas Perfect Pete.
Me.
Yeah. Turns out Thomas was just gay. But
Last episode, I'm not going to expose anybody anymore.
we were talking about it, like me and Rob were talking about it, like where the fact that like when we would watch films as kids, like Final Destination 3, me, my dad, and Thomas, and there was the nude scene. My dad would go, "Kieran, get out of the room," and he'd be like, "Thomas, you can stay." My dad
God.
made the crack.
Oh dear. Guys, this episode is sponsored by Monte Carlo Chippy. Belfast, Lurgan. Oh, don't even start me. It is my number one chippy that I will always go to. If you're thinking about going somewhere else, don't bother. They've got everything you need. Burger and chip, fish and chips, goujons and chips, anything with chips. They'll sort it out for you. Their curry sauce is incredible. It's my personal favourite. I always make the right decision and go to Monte Carlo Chippy. Check it out at montecarlochippy.com. They've got everything you need and they have the best food delivered straight to your door. So don't even worry about having to get up. They'll bring it straight to you. Monte Carlo Chippy, guys. Check it out. Proud sponsors of RB Podcast.
But yeah,
Aaron Henry, aye.
That bastard.
So yeah, I was going to jump into my America stories this week. Is that okay?
Yes.
Yeah. So trip of a lifetime, lads.
Oh,
trip of a lifetime.
Are
You know,
you homesick?
summer of 23. I was actually September of 23.
Summer
but
of love.
it was class.
Where were you?
So flew into San Francisco, drove down that whole coastline into LA.
San Francisco's west.
Yeah, so it was all West Coast. Down
Gotcha.
from San Francisco, rented a car, drove the whole way down into LA, got rid of the car, flew to Vegas, and then did a couple of nights in Vegas, and then went from Vegas back to San Francisco before I flew home again. But
Was that not a whole, like the flight now? Was that not a bit like a lot of travelling within a holiday?
yeah, but I've sort of done stuff like that before. Like whenever we did Thailand, there was a lot of that moving around and
Okay.
stuff like that. It was the flying and all that there was fine. It was just coming home. I've never been so jet lagged in my fucking life. Like I've never experienced proper jet lag until then. I was awake on the way home. We flew out on the Saturday morning our time at Saturday afternoon 6 p.m. Got into Dublin at 12 in the middle of the day. So at that stage I was already awake for like 16 hours straight.
Yeah.
And then by the time I got on stage, I had a gig that night on the Sunday when I landed back home in the Sunflower. And by the time I went on stage, I'd been awake for 26 hours.
Yeah.
Couldn't even tell you one thing I said. It was just a shadow of myself.
You
Like,
came off and went, "How was that?" And great. And you went, "Was it?"
was it?
You
Yeah.
were like-
I genuinely had no clue. But I didn't get. People were asking, did I get gigging out in America and stuff? I couldn't. Like things didn't align. I've sort of told you before I went.
Yeah.
I got offered a 3-minute spot in Las Vegas.
Right.
It's just like, do you know who you're talking to, pal?
Nothing but forward.
Yeah. No, because the day they offered me, fucking shock, I was going to the Grand Canyon, which was a whole day trip
Yeah.
itself, so didn't get gigging there.
What'd you think of the Grand Canyon?
I loved it.
Big hole in the ground.
On my way there, you're like big hole in the ground, and I was like, oh, maybe it's going to be shit.
I
It
was on the realm
class. Did you
It's
go to the
literally
South
the
Rim?
creator.
South Rim or West Rim? Do you remember? No.
Don't know.
We were on the South Rim, and it was unbelievable. Like
It's in the class.
the photos don't do it justice. It's so good.
Maybe it was good. I don't know.
But what's also good about it is you're in America, so you're surrounded by Americans looking at it.
Yeah.
And you know, they're just like they just come out with stupid things like "gee golly" and like all these fucking
Golly gosh.
stupid words.
I have to say, like seeing your photos and like hearing the odd wee bits and bob, I want to go back to America now.
Joe what? It's the first trip I've ever been on. We've talked about podcasts before. Like, oh, you go on a trip and you want to come home, could stay out there forever. Like,
Yeah.
it
How
was
was the
so
weather?
good.
Like temperature wise?
It was all right. Like during the days, like 20s to 28, but like it was quite overcast most days.
Yeah.
Because I didn't realize the West
Sounds
Coast.
good.
It's quite like on the West Coast. It's like flat, obviously, because you're by the beach. But then there's just these mountains like that like stop the like clouds from getting inland, so they can build up over like a day or two.
Yeah.
I think it's called like a marine layer or something like that. But no, it was good. Went to San Francisco and like loads of people warned me about the homelessness, the crime, and stuff like that. But we didn't rent a car there because of that. Because
Okay.
I learned so much shit. Like America's mental. Like San Francisco's so hilly, right? And you have to park basically with your tires on the curb, just so your car doesn't roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And basically the criminals know if you don't park like that, you're a tourist, and just smash windows and check what's in your car.
Jesus Christ.
Like stuff like that and all. And like we were getting Ubers, and like the guy was just driving us around being like, see that like sidewalk there? Yeah, the guy that owns Cash App was murdered there 2 months ago. See that building there? There was a guy that got sacked one day and ran back in, shot 6 people and killed himself in the stairwell. See that building there? There's a guy that climbed it one time and jumped off the side of it. Like, I mean, every
It's
block.
like driving through West Belfast.
Fuck me, am I right?
Fucking
Am I
That's the
right?
tour you want.
No, I still didn't tip him, like, but that's an our thing. Oh, the tips.
Yeah.
The tips. Oh my god.
Is that your worst nightmare, Sean?
Now, thankfully, I had a good friend of mine that made a recommendation.
What's
so
that?
over there, see if you use credit card, they take everything, put it on tab, and then they close out the bill at the
Yeah,
end,
yeah.
and you sign it off. But everyone uses credit cards. See if you go with a debit card, such as Revolut,
Doesn't take anything off.
so it doesn't take the tips off. So you'll pay. They'll swipe the card to pay for it, and then what you do is you write your tip on the receipt, and then they'll run the card through again when you're not there, or at the end of the night.
Okay.
That's how it works. So I would write at the start. I was writing like fucking say I spent $20, $2. I was always doing about 10%, which I don't know if that's shit or not, but I wasn't giving them any more
Okay.
because food is expensive as it is and was broke. So I was doing that, and then I realized like fuck, these tips aren't coming out. So after like the first couple of days, I was like, there's a $50 tip, mate. But it
So-
wouldn't come out of my card.
Why was that being taken?
Because it's a debit card, you can only do the transaction once because you need the PIN.
Yeah.
Do you know what I
They
mean?
didn't know it was a debit
So
card.
they didn't know it was a debit card. They just think everything over there is credit cards.
Right,
I don't think
okay.
everyone over there uses
You're
like,
fucked if in about
Yeah.
6 months they all come out one go.
oh yeah, I'll be fucking bankrupt.
So some guys
There'll
going
be
this
no
way.
money. There'll be literally no money in my account for them to take.
So you go in the minus.
So
No, it's Revolut. Doesn't
the
go into the
Revolut doesn't
minus.
go in the minus. Just goes to
Shout
zero.
out Revolut.
Revolut. If you're going to America, use your Revolut card for tips.
I don't have a car, but I have the Revolut thing.
But we were in San Francisco and people were warning us about like the homelessness and shit like that. Like, and where we were was just like tourist area, so it
Yeah.
was fine. But like, whenever we were leaving, we had to go through a couple of them streets, and I had never seen anything like it in my life. Like, just tents everywhere. People like just shooting up on the side of the street, like throwing up and all. Like, there was one guy when we were walking down the street, this like black guy, and his like trousers were just down around his knees. He was walking along, like everything hanging out, and not one person blinked. Joe just like that's completely normal.
Just like West Belfast.
No, it was insane, but that was like the minority of it. Like the most part of it was fucking good, and like
Yeah,
The-
Chase has been to San Francisco before. She loved it. Like,
it's class city. Like, and like everyone you heard and was chatting about and complaining about the fucking laws and everything else. I was like, oh, you gonna move out then? They're like, oh no. Do you know what I mean? Do you want people
They're
complain?
staying, like-
it genuinely made me realize how good things are here.
yeah,
As much as we
you
give
don't
off
realize
about
how nice
stuff
it is
like.
here, like.
And then we went from San Francisco, got the car. So this work got good. We rented a car for like 9 days or something like that. On the it lets you pick on Avis the car you want, and it said like not specific, but it just says what you want. I didn't want the smallest car because like obviously in America drive massive monster trucks and all. Like we'll get squished. So I went for like it was like a Jetta or a Passat, typical culture like.
Yeah.
Fucking wanted something,
Well, big Ariel.
something and you furry Dyson on the front.
Bora.
Does it, can you put red diesel in it?
Yes.
And anyway, I got there, and Roman at the Ava Centre couldn't have been more unhelpful. She just proper hated her life.
They're all shit bags.
She was like, oh, you've got your licenses. Ashton gave her. Just like, do you live with her? And I don't. And I was just like, and she's like, I don't give a fuck. Sign the papers. Got the car. Give us the keys. Didn't tell us how to get out of the car park or nothing. And I was clicking the keys, and it didn't. I was looking for like a Volkswagen or whatnot. This fucking Dodge Charger, 3.4 litre, 4-wheel drive muscle car.
Yeah.
Started clicking the boot and all opened on it. And I was
Weird
like,
colour as well.
yeah, it
Yeah.
was like a matty
Lime green.
grey. No, it was grey. It wasn't green.
I don't know. It looked like a pinky green or something.
Yeah.
No. It was like a grey sort of like matty sort of colour. It was kind of like, see that wood you have there?
Yeah.
It's kind of like that, or the top of that table sort of. It was kind of a wee bit like that greyish colour.
Very
And-
fashionable house. This.
Yeah, very
Very
nice,
possible.
very decor. And yeah, so obviously I was like, I jumped in the car and everything's automatic. You're driving the wrong side of the road. So eventually, get in the car, drive it out the car park, turn. Immediately, I was on the wrong side of the road.
Jesus.
First thing I did,
Did you shit yourself?
yeah, people are just beeping at me flat, like cracking up. Because see, if you make a mistake here, like people will let you in, be a bit courteous. If you make a mistake on the roads over there, people are going mental. Some guy was like, "Hey, get out of the way, you fucking retard!"
Someone shit
That
on
was
you?
the first thing they said to me. Ashton was screaming at me. I was just like, "Oh fuck this! We shouldn't have rented a car. Fuck this and all."
But you got it eventually, like
I got it eventually, and then the first thing we did was drove over the Golden Gate Bridge, and like
the wrong way.
drove upside down.
Reversing up it with a handbrake on, the hazards on. Your ass out the
But
window.
it was just so, like, everything just felt so narrow because the car was so big and had that stupid muscle car bump in the middle of it, so you couldn't
So
see
you
out
see over the top
properly.
of it.
And then the first thing we did, we drove 4 hours to a place called Yosemite, big like national park. So I was just in the car for 4 hours driving. So that pretty much got the shackles off it.
You got used to it there.
Yeah. But no, it was unreal. Downtown LA. Here's what we'll say about it:
Shithole.
shithole.
Yeah.
Absolute kept like.
Did you have American cola? You know,
Oh,
like the Coca-Cola there. It's
American-
different gravy, like in it.
The Coke tins are double the size and like
That's so much
3
more
times as much
refreshing.
sugar, and they had more caffeine in it. It was unreal. I was drinking tins of Coke every day, which is mad for me. It's me
Fuck,
going.
I want to go. Like, I
It's
miss
so
America. like.
it was so good.
I've only been to Florida and Vegas. I want to go somewhere.
It's actually real.
Yeah, me and Tree's actually thinking about going to Nashville. Like, just
Yeah,
somewhere different. like.
because if I was to go again, I'd go somewhere like one of the Republican states or somewhere south just to get a
Yeah.
different flavor for it. Because obviously over there is quite like liberal.
Yeah.
But like just simple things like you don't think over there how like you'd never have the thought of like people carrying guns and stuff like that.
No.
Or like the danger of things.
Yeah.
And like there's times where we were coming out of like some of the subway systems and you'd see like 2 police officers in front of you and I'd be like, let's just stay close to these, please.
Just in
Joe,
case
just in case, like,
shit kicks off.
yeah, in case, because I'm not going to do anything. Like, someone could easily have mugged us. Like, I'm constantly thinking, like, don't carry too much cash with us. Like,
Don't tip too much.
don't have too much. Be cheap as possible. But, like, Santa Monica was all nice. Where else did we go? Like, a couple of, like, because we
What do you
kind
call
of...
the beach?
Santa Monica Beach?
No, the one in like. Oh, are we in California?
Yeah.
What do you call the beach? Where all like
Malibu?
the gym and all is.
Oh,
Venice?
Venice.
Venice
Yeah,
Beach?
you go there?
It's a fucking homeless.
Dive, yeah.
It's a dive. We didn't go down as far as it's just basically like down the coast. It was about an hour walk from where we were, but we didn't go because we're just like fuck that.
Okay.
Because they have loads of them wee stations on the way down anyway. But no, I went to Santa Monica Pier, all them places. It was cool. I'm trying to think. We didn't really get the whole like American like, oh my god, are you Irish?
Yeah,
Didn't really get that as much as I thought I was going to get it. Hardly got it at all.
you're sitting there, really.
Yeah, I was just like, come on.
Like, guys, mate.
I was putting on
Not gonna leave it.
I was putting on a stupid accent when I was there though because they couldn't understand us. Like
What are you doing?
I
Graham
think
McDowell?
no, yeah, few beers.
Couple beers. Watch a movie.
Because you were sitting there and it's like
football. Manchester United. Yeah.
the one thing we did get, you tell people you're Irish and they'd be like, your country is so beautiful. I'm like, thanks. Don't know what to do with that.
Would you ever let a wee Northern Ireland lady on holidays?
No.
Always the north.
My favourite part of going
I
was
hate when people say the North.
one of
Just
my
say Ireland. I'd rather say Ireland than the north of Ireland.
Yeah.
Fuck
Occupied
off.
sex.
one of my friends in
Crows
work
me out.
was like to me, like she's like, if you ask her, she's like, oh, I'm from Northern Ireland.
Northern Ireland.
Like Northern Ireland, yeah, proper. Like he's like, I'm not Irish, I'm Northern Irish. Like, and she's like Americans are so stupid. Like before you go, like you'll tell them about Northern Ireland and they don't understand it and they don't recognise it as a true country. I was like, oh, that's good because near do I.
They're allies, yeah.
Like I would say if someone goes where you from, I say oh, I'm from Northern Ireland. But like if they then 2 seconds later say oh fucking Pete's from Ireland, I'm not gonna crack them. Well,
Yeah.
it's just, that's what I say. But like they're both true.
Yeah, because
One's just more specific.
Because I was just like, they're just like, the American people don't get it. Like, I was just like, I would say I'm from Northern Ireland. Like, no, I'm just Irish. Just keep it
Yeah.
simple. But no, like, there was. I'm trying to think. Joe annoyed me. I didn't get as much material out of the trip as I thought. I didn't meet that many mental people. I got a sort of bit about. I was sitting beside 2 black people on the plane from Vegas to San
What's family
Francisco.
written all over it?
I was fucking,
You know what they're like? It's not like characters.
No, I was so. I'll tell the story of this because it probably won't. It's a bit of a game. I got in the plane and me and Ashton had like separate seats because we're being cheap, obviously.
Unreal though.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Joe, I think that's true love.
Minute-
But a
minute
patient
space.
quat.
Yeah.
I actually do think that's true love. See when you get your flight and they're like, do you want to check in? Do you want to pay an extra favour to sit beside each other? And they're like, no.
Well, see, to
Fuck
be
these-
honest with you, on like we always go on like short flights. We never go long haul, like just over England or maybe Spain.
Yeah.
That's right. But if I was going to America,
Oh no, yeah.
I'd
that-
want to be sat beside
This was
her,
just a wee 45-minute flight, so we're like, no, fuck it, we're not doing
45-minute flight from where?
that. Vegas to San Francisco.
Oh fuck! Right, okay.
Getting around over there is dead handy. That's because
I thought that would have been 4 or 5
no,
hours.
for us, see, it was going to be like a 5-hour drive or like a 45-minute flight. And there's nothing we want to see in between anyway, so
Okay.
we were like, fuck it, we'll just book flights and get rid of the car. So we're going there, and I get on, and there's these 2 black people, and I was meant to be sitting, so Joe's like A, B, C.
Yeah.
They obviously hadn't paid for the seats together either because they got A and C, and I was meant to be in B, so I was meant to be in between them. But she was sitting in B, and
The
he was
Oreo arrangement,
yeah, he was sitting in A, right? So I was like,
like a Juventus scarf.
yes. So I was sitting there and I was like in the middle, and they're like, oh, do you want us we can sit together with each other? And I was like, that's right, I'll sit and get the extra leg room out by the aisle class. And then after a minute she nudged me and she was like, I'm not going to do the accent, but I really want to.
Okay.
Just though I want to. She nudged me and she was like
You'll see it at Army Comedy Club.
yeah, she's like, do you want to sit beside him? And I was like, why? She goes, oh, I don't want to sit beside him anymore, he's annoying. And I was like, well, if you don't want to sit beside him, I don't want to sit beside him. And you swear I just told the best joke of all time. The 2 of them were like, bah! Like,
I thought
lean-
you were going to say they took it thick.
no, the 2 of them were like leaning over each other. They also were completely stoned.
What age was it?
Like late 20s, early 30s.
Oh, I was
Perfect, like, and they were like, weren't married or anything. Like, they're just like good crack. And they were proper like pissing themselves laughing. I goes, oh, it's going to be mental. And before we took off and all, I don't think she'd flown before because she was all like nervous and all. And he was like, can we get 4 Bacardis and Cokes before the flight even took off? That's a 45-minute flight. And I was like, these ones are mental. And they were so loud. And then she started giving me the whole like white boy treatment.
Right, okay.
She's like, I like you, white boy. Like, do out there. Should I carry on?
Right.
And I was just like, right. I didn't really know what to say. And I just wrecked after Vegas. And she goes, what's your name? I was like, Sean. She goes, that's kind of like my son's name. I was like, oh, what's your son's name? She's like, Deshaun. And then she goes, are you fast? And I goes, probably not as fast as Deshaun. The 2 of them were fucking squealing the plane down like. And then
Can you dunk?
and then your boy was like, make that. She goes, get an extra Bacardi and Coke for this guy. Right?
For this white bitch.
This white boy. And then they're like, who you with? It's like, I'm with my girlfriend. She's sitting in the row in front, and they started leaning over, and she goes, this guy's hilarious. This guy. You should be
Ashton
sitting
sat there like,
she's sitting there being like, I'm sick of this cunt. Like,
They've got a daughter called the Ashland.
was this on the way home then?
This is on the way. This is towards the end of the trip on the way home, and the flight was taking off, and she was shitting it. Like, she was like so scared of flying. And we took off anyway. Flight was going. They were necking their drinks and all. I had my like earphones in, but they would still like talk to me.
Yeah.
And she kept like, like proper hands on, like touching me and like being like, you're missing the crack, man, and all this here. And so eventually, I took the earphones out and was sitting chatting with them. And as the plane started to come down, it was one of them flights like London, you just like up and down again. Like,
Yeah.
I was starting to come down, and she really started to fucking panic. Like, she was not happy on that
Freaking
plane.
out.
Like, yeah, like proper head in her hands, like sweating. They're asking her to put her like tray table up, put the TV off and all. And she's like I can't. Like, she was fucking in agony. Like, I'd never seen anything like it. And as we came down, then she was freaking out, and the plane like hit the ground and bumped. She just burst into tears, made this noise, and I was like, oh shit. She didn't even go to her partner. She just grabbed onto me with two hands and was like, white boy, are we into water? Right?
The water?
Are we into water? I have to do the accent, I'm sorry. She goes, are we into water? And her fucking partner leaned over and goes, we're not in the water. And she goes, shut the fuck up, N-word, right? And I was like, oh my god. She goes, white boy, are we in the water? And I was like, no, we're not in the water. She goes, you better not be fucking with me, white boy. What the fuck? And then I goes, we're not in the water, you're alright. I had to probably like hold on to her hand. I goes, we're safe. And she opened like one eye, looked out. And she's like, that looks like water to me. I goes, no, we're on dry land. We're on dry land. She goes, oh my god, thank fuck. And then she like sat up in her chair and she goes, you want to come smoke some weed with us? I was just sitting there like, get me off this plane. Like, my
Jesus Christ.
she's like, how long's your layover then? As we started to settle, and I goes, oh, we're going to Ireland, so it's gonna be like a 12-hour flight home. She's like, oh, definitely come smoke with us, you'll sleep on the plane then. And one guy in front heard, he's an Australian guy, and he goes, oh, I feel you, man, I have a 13-hour flight ahead of me. And the two of them goes, oh, where are you flying? He goes, I'm flying home to see my girlfriend. And the black girl started going like, oh damn, you getting some? You getting some? But it was one of the flights where I just like, this is insane, just get me off this flight. Do you know when you weren't in the
Fucking
mood for talking and all?
Yeah.
It was so good.
Shout out to them.
shout out to Sean.
Pick up the Sean.
Hopefully Deshaun gets that D1 scholarship.
When we release our Patreon, the first Patreon special is going to be Deshaun and Sean doing a
There
100
is.
meter sprint. The winner gets a fucking 30 bag of Caribbean Kush.
But we were in, so we went to Las Vegas as well, and see, to be honest, it's kind of like the place I thought I was going to look forward to the most, even though it's like the most culturally like not the best. It's
Yeah.
just a mad town, like. But the gambling was incredible.
You enjoy it?
Lost. I've never had more fun losing money in my life.
The sports books as well, yeah.
That's big
sport-
coming from you.
No, but yeah, but
What's a sports book?
sports books we do all the betting for, like, so over there they don't have like Paddy Power and anything like that. You can't bet on sports online.
But you can
They've
drink
only-
in them. They're like bars as well. So
it's like, it's basically like a bookies in the casinos, but it's like fucking plasma screen TVs everywhere. You get to sit
Sounds like JP's.
Yeah.
With a book in.
you get to sit at like an individual sofa like this, a fucking proper class chair, and just watch the sports go by and you bet and everything. And yeah, we got in there. We stayed in the Excalibur Hotel, which is kind of like,
So I said?
it's kind of like shittier one, but does the job. And then you go to the nice hotels.
Yeah.
Do that sort of way. But first night I went down to the roulette tables, and I think you have to bet in 15s or something like that. And I was like, right, change 100.
Variables, so 15, 30, 45, like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I tried to bet like a tenner, and she's like, it's 15 only. And I was like, right, okay.
Maybe it's 15 minimum.
50 minimum, sorry, yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I meant. But like, you if you're betting on red or black, it had to be 15. If you're betting on a number, it had to be like, if you're betting on numbers, it had to add up to 15. So you could have done three $5 bets on
Yeah.
numbers and stuff like that. So I was like, I'll just do red or black. That's what I do at home. That's what I have success with. Did red. I think it was about 5 times in a row. Lost every time.
What?
Oh, yeah, 5 reds in a row lost on $15 each.
You still chasing that feeling?
So I was down about $90, about 6 times in a row. Yeah, I was like down $90, and then Ashton was like to me, "What the fuck do you just
I
do?"
couldn't do this.
I was like, what? And then Ashton had lost like a tenner on like a roulette machine. She was fuming.
She's
was
on the one big
devastated,
nudger.
Yeah, but you know what? Just right, because you're having much. If you win, a
Yeah.
win's a win. It doesn't matter over there. So I was down, and you know what's mad over there? Everyone smokes in the casinos.
Yeah, it's
Like you can
it's
smoke
great.
and just. That's great.
shite.
I feel like you're in a gangster film.
This is it. I don't smoke, but nothing's made me want to smoke more than seeing people smoking
Nah, it would
casinos.
turn me, like,
Because I was just
smell
like,
of it.
Vaping.
but there is no smell.
Vaping's
to it.
alright, like.
There's no smell to it because they're constantly pumping in fresh air and oxygen.
Yeah,
so like
true.
it's quite well
Keeps you
filtered.
awake, like.
And
No windows or anything or clocks.
I was down $90 on the first night. I was like, oh Jesus Christ! So just called it quits.
You're reevaluating your life.
No, but honestly, I was
You're
just
on
like,
75 quid. Fuck it.
no, but I was just like, fuck this, because you're expecting to go and win.
Yeah.
Do you know, there was no doubt in my mind that I was going to not win money.
Put it all on Luton.
I was so sure, right? Second night, I was like, right,
24 hours to play Scotland.
I'll do a new tactic. And I went and played craps. So you basically roll the dice. If you get 7, the game's over.
What do you mean?
So craps is basically like, have you seen that game you threw like
Yeah,
dice on the
I remember
table?
what it was.
So basically the gist of the game is, on the opening throw, if you get a 7, everyone wins.
Okay.
But as soon as
What do you win?
you win, like, it's like even money kind of back on. So you're betting on different things on the table.
Right.
So you basically you're betting on the numbers of the dice that come up,
Okay.
right? So if you throw a 7 to start with, basically everyone wins. Gets like, if I put $15 down, you get $15 back.
Okay, so it's doubled.
So it's doubled, right? And then if you throw another 7, you double again. But basically, if you throw just a general number, as long as it's not like a 2, 3, or 9, the game starts. And the game is basically, you roll the dice, and if you get a 7 during that after that initial period, the game's over. So as long as you don't roll a 7, the game's still going, and you can bet on number 2, number 3, 4, different things. You can bet on 2 ones coming up in the dice. You can bet on all these different things, right?
Right.
So
How
that's-
much did you win?
That's the gist of the game. So I was playing that, and there was this like sort of. Do you know what threw me off over there? Actually, every Asian person sounded American. Didn't see that coming.
Probably because they are American.
That's what I mean. But that's what I mean. I've
You're
just
not doing well for race relations in this podcast. Like,
but it took me like a second to like clock. Do you know what I mean?
Asian people here sound like they're from here.
yeah, Sean doesn't see colour.
No, they don't. In the Chinese.
There's a load of people, Asian people from here, who
But you
just
know-
talk like they've got a Northern Ireland accent.
Well, yeah, but you know what I'm saying.
Okay, right.
Like
You were
everything-
expecting them to be first generation Asian,
Yeah.
when they're probably about second or third,
Yeah,
and,
like-
and essentially American.
Yeah, speaking like perfect. Yeah.
Okay.
Perfect American accents. But anyway, this guy that was at the table. This guy's at the table was like, only let the ladies through because it's good luck.
Okay.
So the girls started throwing. The girls were all throwing dice. Everyone was winning money. It was class. I had like $100 down. I was up about 300.
Right.
At this stage, I was like, this is going great, and I just cashed it out. So I was up in the second night about 300, down 100 in the first night, so 200 I'm up.
Okay.
Last night, I was like, I'll be a baller. Let's go to the Bellagio for dinner.
Right.
Right, the one with the big water fountains where everyone hasn't seen it. Ocean's 11, right?
Right.
Proper fancy style. The dinner I'd booked cost us $250.
Yeah.
Just went all out in steaks. Everything was class, and I was like, "Fuck, we're doing well. I'll go to the Bellagio. I want to do a wee bet on the craft table there because I did so well last night. Their minimum was $25, so it was a
Okay.
big jump. Got 100 changed. Your man ID'd me and all at the table in front of everybody,
Yeah.
and like everyone was like, "Ah, enjoy it while you can, man. You know, I don't get ID. I wish I got ID'd." Lost $100 in 2 minutes,
Unreal.
That's the life of it, boy. That's the Vegas.
and everyone was like, "You gonna get more money?" And I was like, "I'm going home. Fuck this."
I'm
Shit.
going home to see Deshaun.
Yeah.
Oh. And way back to Newry with the Chinese. So
Yeah.
Chinese.
yeah.
Take me back to my own people.
Well, they pronounce their L's like ours.
I just want a chicken ball supper. Fuck it.
Good holiday then?
Unreal.
Class.
So good. I definitely would go out there and stay, and if I could do gigs out there, fuck, I definitely would. Like, so,
Get that
so
visa.
good.
Let me tell you about something I love, guys. I love pizza. And in particular, I love Pizza's 2 for Thursday deal. I love their new app. I love the fact that when I'm hungover, there is nowhere I would like to go. I want to smother myself in their garlic sauce, but unfortunately my mum would find that very weird if she came into my room and see me covered in garlic sauce. But I will drink it after I eat it. And let me tell you, I have no shame in doing that. It is unbelievable. Guys, get on it. Love pizza. See Domino's. See 4-star. 4-star in GTA. I'd be sending the police round to your place. Love pizza. Get on it.
Me and Teresa, we booked somewhere just for when all us over. We're going to go to Manchester
Nice.
over Christmas. Going to see Johnny Marr,
Lovely.
Who's Johnny Marr?
guitars from the Smiths.
In an orchestra concert as well.
Johnny Marr and the Manchester Orchestra. And it's in like a wee weird
Nice.
venue. It's in like,
That'd be
it's
nice,
called
like.
like the warehouse at Aviva Studios.
Liverpool are going to be raging. That's your city. You're betraying them for
Look,
Manchester.
mate, I'm a man of the people. I'll go everywhere. So looking forward to that there. That'll be our next wee flight. Hopefully I can get on.
When's that booked for?
8th of December.
Oh, sorry, you'll
Which
be
is
flying like.
exactly 12 weeks from the surgery.
Lethal.
So even if I'm in the last stage of
Yeah.
the brace, or
Yeah.
if the brace is off, it'd be lethal if I go away with the brace off. But in the meantime, I don't know if he's noticed, the musical man,
What do you mean?
Tin Whistle.
Oh, seen
Oh,
that?
yeah.
Guys, my talents are endless.
Wait, can you bring that on stage with you and start playing the tin whistle or something? Or?
Practicing for the 12th. I'll do a big performance. Mate, I'm buzzing with.
Ashburn Hotel. Peak implement and whistle. Skillia.
Lady low.
Will we get into some questions?
Lizzo?
Yeah.
Talal.
Black up.
Talal sent us a question, so we.
Never heard of him.
This is
Talal Jumar.
we'll get her turned up.
Question of this week's pod is, what's your at us now moment? As in, like, for example, mine is everybody else in the house in bed sleeping. I get a wee tenner mineral,
Right,
couple
what do you
wee
do?
snacks, PlayStation 5 on, bit of Call of Duty with the boys, fucking reclining out in that chair. That's us now.
I'm sure that's what you're doing, Talal.
The boys go offline. Have a wank.
Yeah. I mean, I don't mind straight off the bat, like. And that's us now moment is Saturday night sitting in.
Chinese
match of the day.
Right
away.
Bang on, straight away, like.
I know what you're referencing there.
Taxi Joe.
It's a feel that makes me rock.
What's
12
yours?
o'clock kickoff on the Saturday. Catch a 4:30. Get up in the Cairns. Get a Chinese. Come home. Match a day. Right away.
By the way,
Taxi Joe.
shout out Gino Lynch, his new podcast
Yeah.
with Darren Matthews.
It's class. I
It's a
listen
really good
to
episode. Go check that out.
Yeah.
Can't remember the name of it.
The scene? Or.
Gene Scenes.
Scenes.
Gene says
He is
it's
a
really good.
The Taxi Joe page. You'll find it on there.
Gino Lynch, fucking
Class.
100% good guy. That's your at us now, isn't it?
Yeah, that'll be mine. I've set up.
What's my at us now?
Does your ad sauce now kind of has to be on your own, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. I like if I wake up, I've had a good night the night before,
Yeah.
wake up hungover. Say I go out on a Friday night,
Mm-hmm.
wake up hungover, but you don't have nice hangovers. Where
You got a wee
just-
glow.
You're like, oh, I'm damn, that was good crack last night, and just having that Saturday of like chilling out, doing nothing on your own, wee cup of tea, watching the sports, but knowing that you're going out that Saturday
That's us
again.
now,
You're
that's
like, oh, it's us now, and it's like, what time are we meeting up tonight? Oh, about 8.
You
And
can
you
have
look
a
at your
few in the
phone, and
house.
it's like 3 in the afternoon. You're like, that's us
Yeah.
now. We're just gonna chill here,
My-
lounge about.
24 hours police custody.
But
Bang it on.
but I feel bad because that's literally all I've been doing now.
Yeah.
So at the moment, that
Living the
doesn't-
ad sauce now dream.
it's I'm 2 at us now.
Mine's going to be a wee bit more exotic. Mine's going to be you're sitting, you've had a good day out in the sun on holidays.
Nah, that's not me.
You've come in,
That's not me now.
you've had your shower, you've got the after sun on, you're out in the balcony, crack open a beer. What's
Wee bag
that?
of Lays.
We packet of Lays. What's that? Late kickoff's just starting.
Like a golf, right?
Feet up on the balcony.
What's the holiday beer? Superbock?
It has to be super buck.
Mythos?
Depends who you are, yeah.
If I'm in Spain, not Cruz Campo. Cruz Campo's rank.
I don't mind Chris
Chris
Campbell.
was alright.
Estrella. That's the one. For
Oh, do you know what's a good one?
Is nicer in holidays.
If I'm
it is
starting,
lovely.
if I'm starting the party, maybe a wee bit of Summersby cider.
Oh, here.
Fuck, it's good.
Portugal, they were.
It is some smoke.
Here, speaking of beers, go over and grab them, will you? The fucking boy himself. He's gonna bring these homies, by the way.
I'm gonna take one, yeah.
Aye. What? I'm talking to you here. I didn't realise you haven't got the fucking camera to your mouth.
Camera to your mouth.
Camera to your mouth.
Had a bloody grula, baby.
That's one thing I've noticed since it's injury. I keep messing my words up. Keep saying things wrong.
You
So
better-
got a bottles. We created Bootlegger 1974 sent through.
Frank. It's also 5%, which is
5%. It's nice. It's very easily drank. So go home.
What does it taste like?
It's like, do you know what it is? It's like covers all bases. It's
Right.
just easily
Refreshing.
drank. It's just easily drank. It's the sort of drink you could like day sesh on.
Right.
I
Okay.
might later on go for a pint in the golf club and then come back, have a wee.
Have a wee bottle of 1970. Make sure it's really cold though, because the bottle's real thick.
Yeah, no, it'll be a
I put it
freezer.
in the
Joe.
freezer for 10 minutes.
Ah.
You know what I finally got to try the other day? And I'm fucking devastated. It wasn't as good as I expected. Prime. Finally got to try it.
I knew it wouldn't be good. Like.
It was
What
everywhere.
colour did you
It was everywhere in America. I didn't even
Was it?
bother.
Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't bother.
get? It's not even real anymore. Like it's.
I got the blue one. It was
What do you mean
just
it's not
like,
real?
But like,
we live in a simulation.
you know, it's everywhere. There's a lot of them not fakers. No, maybe it is real.
I think it was at the start. It's, no, it's just like real stuff now.
It was just, yeah, it was a letdown. All that hype for
Once
nothing.
it's being sold like pound shops.
Yeah, once.
Yeah. It looks cheap as well.
Yeah.
I think so. Like it
I
might.
I
love.
don't know why they're speaking American
I
accent.
don't know
and
what the
everything.
fuck was that about.
And a bottle of prime weight as well, which is handy.
I Blue Energizer, best drink about.
No, because I
Yeah,
bought
it's
that.
good.
Energizer,
It's
not
nice.
Powerade.
But they're two completely different flavors. Like
But
blue,
they look the
blue
same.
Energized doesn't taste like
So
Powerade.
good. I
Here's
actually
a
In
bought
America,
one
they sell Powerade in tins.
Is it fizzy?
Don't know about
No,
that.
it had like that weird, that kind of like just a as if like the tin,
Yeah.
like tinned water kind of sound.
I remember hearing someone tell me that it always sounds like the can's trying to tell you a secret when you open it, like.
That tickle you, doesn't it?
Give me Frank.
You're so silly, Kieran.
Silly boy, crying the gangster granny.
Hello. Get the rest of your questions out there.
Okay, we've got
Have you got loads or what's the crack?
we've got a few. So Daniel Quinn asked, "What do you prefer doing, a new bit or tried and tested?"
I'm not gonna lie. Tried and tested.
Tried and tested, but then when a new bit lands, there's no better feeling. Like,
Yeah.
But there's also, I still get the same feeling when like a good bit lands. Do you know what I mean? You're just like, it feels good.
but it's almost like, oh, that's another bit to the repertoire. Like, if you get a new bit that lands,
obviously it's good.
When a new
good
bit lands, I
bits,
just
but-
feel relief.
yeah.
It's not like
I'm buzzing to try new stuff. I've written about probably about 10 minutes worth of stuff in like the first couple of days and haven't written anything since. I'm not experienced in anything.
Yeah, it's just
yeah, true.
I'm trying to think of stuff. But I'm not one I can't really force it. That's come to me naturally.
a new 10 minutes on the pod today.
Yeah, I'm buzzing to do 10 minutes. Hopefully get back to RB Comedy Club and maybe next week.
yeah, like,
And just do a 10.
yeah.
Looking forward to
Roll it out.
that.
Speaking of which, can we plug the live podcast?
Yes.
I was going to wait to the end, but fuck
No,
let's do
fucking
it
do it now before everyone
Let's
tunes
do it
out. We have a live podcast coming up for this Christmas. It's basically going to be like our staff do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't it like just as like a live podcast? So
It's not just going to be like a boring live podcast. It's basically going to be like a Christmas show.
Yeah.
yeah, pretty much, yeah. So it's not just going to be us sitting there having a conversation. It's just going to be with a load of different segments plans. We're going to do like award ceremonies. What else have we got planned? I
We've
can't
got a wee
remember.
game we're going to play. We'll say what game.
No, save it for the time.
Pretty
Yeah.
much, if you see, the likes of like fucking the Sidemen, different people on YouTube that take like tried and tested TV programs
Yeah.
and like rehash them, we're going to do one of them. We're going to do
Secret Santa.
Secret Santa, and also as well, it's not just going to be us three sitting in the room. If you've been down to RE Comedy Club before, all the regulars, some of the acts you see up on stage, will all be there in
Yeah.
the room. But one of them ones where it's like, it's not us doing a podcast and people watching. It's almost going to be like a kind of like an interactive show.
Yeah. We wanna-
Everyone's in it together.
We
like-
want to have like interactive questions and stuff like that.
Yeah.
There's going to be like, if you go to the club regularly, you're going to get the in jokes, and if you don't get the in jokes, you'll
gonna have a great
be
time.
part of it. So
There's going to be
a-
awards as well.
there's going to
and
be
I think-
awards for RE Comedy Club, yeah, and RE Podcast Guest of the Year and stuff like that.
Don't know if you've seen some girls online that were commenting under the posts saying they're going to do it for like their Christmas night out, wearing the Christmas jumpers and then just stupid
Yeah.
stuff like who's wearing the best fucking Christmas jumpers.
Most
shit like that.
importantly, we are going to get clean road off.
I can stay.
Oh, yeah, it's a Tuesday night.
It's a
and
Tuesday night. I'm going to have work the next day. I don't have to leave, but
Half
I'm
bottle
going
of
to.
Glens and Prime.
That's going to be fucking class.
Blue Energizer.
Also, but also, I just want to give people a warning. We did announce it the other day, and the tickets have flown out already. So if you're sitting there thinking, "Oh, but don't wait because it's going to sell out,"
Yeah.
please get your ticket early. I don't want to be people disappointed or ask for a second date because we'll not be doing a second date.
It's not a live podcast, it's a live party.
I'm going to say, I'm not going to give anything away, but we have a special guest dropping in.
Uh-huh.
And I am buzzing for that. That's going to be a good crack. But yes, whereabouts is tickets?
Tickets are on Glister, or else
Glister.
if you go to RE Comedy Club, Instagram, or RE Podcast, or just check our
Any
social
of our
medias.
socials, you'll see it.
You'll see it. We'll
Grab
be
the tickets.
plugging it rightly. And to be honest, because of the way the tickets have gone so far, we'll not be talking about it every week on this. We'll probably mention it in a month's time, but it'll probably be sold out by then.
Unreal. Looking forward to it.
Perfecto.
Right, give us another question there.
Well, George Robinson's
You bloody
was,
grunger.
George Robinson's was, any further travelling plans from any of you? So you've talked about Johnny
Manchester?
Marr, Manchester.
Manchester.
I'm potentially looking at end of October because of a week off, going to Barcelona to see a friend. But the flights are fucking ridiculous. So,
I was meant to book Spain the day after this happened.
oh, serious?
Yeah, for November. Got it. Me and Teresa maybe think we're going Malta.
Malta?
Probably be in the new year though. Yeah,
Nice.
Malta's our next one.
I'd
lovely.
probably do. I need to go see my mate Connor over in Liverpool soon, so head over there for a weekend, and then don't know, probably like an hour big trip.
Hot water.
It won't line up because it'll be a Sunday night,
I can. I did Sunday.
but I won't be able to get home on the Sunday night if I do the gig.
Oh, right, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I need to get. I think the latest flight you can get out of there is like 10, or the latest boat's like 10.
I wouldn't do it then.
So it'll be tight, but I might try. I'll see if it works out. I have one day of leave left, so we'll see. But yeah, and then I might. I don't know. I've the itch now for the big trips.
Will you
go
South
with-
America next?
No, I don't know if I do South America, but I would love to get back over to America again. I've been looking up places.
East Coast?
Yes,
He's got the
man.
East, I know, yeah.
No, I've been looking. Do you
James,
know what it is? It's one of them things. It's like if you work like a normal enough job,
Over
just,
to visit the show.
Yeah.
if you have a normal enough job, why not just go do a normal enough job in like a nice country? That's where my mindset's at.
Oh,
So
you're
You're
emigrant?
looking to move.
I don't know if I'll emigrate, but
Fuck
like,
off, would you? Sick of say to you.
because I was pitching the other day, I was like, what about we do the podcast online?
That's where you're
So
planting the
that's the
seeds. Like,
foundation,
yeah.
Sean's gonna come back and accept he's wearing a big Texan hat. He's just gonna very slowly get more American.
And you do dress Silicon Valley like with the half sips and all. You can.
Maybe in the group chat, he'd be like, guys, what do you think about open carry?
Yeah.
Like, it is alright, doesn't it?
Guys, where are we recording this podcast? What time? Eastern time or
Trump 2024, baby.
So-
fuck it.
We've got one more question from my brother.
Okay.
He asked, "What's the most annoying question comedians can get asked?" My one is,
Good question.
Do you make it up on the spot?
Yeah.
That doesn't even annoy me because you can just bluff
Make it
that.
up on the
I
spot.
just go, yeah, make everything up on the spot.
Or do you tell the same joke twice, or do you? Yeah, obviously.
Oh, there's so many.
There is loads. What's the most annoying question a comedian could ask? I think that probably is that. Or Joe, it really annoyed me, like,
Do you still get us nervous?
leading up to the solo show, people just asking stupid questions about that there.
Like what?
You
What
know,
time to
just-
start at, or just
Yeah, just like silly things. Whereas, like, you wouldn't ask fucking... You wouldn't go see David Gray live in the Limelight and DM him a load of fucking questions.
Yeah.
Yo, what are you doing Babylon tonight?
Yeah.
no, the most annoying one is when people go, "Oh, can you tell us a joke? Tell us about your
Yeah.
set."
Yeah.
That's
Yes.
fucking
Yeah,
that is it.
melt.
That
Or
is
like
it.
people are like, are you into the dark stuff? Like, do you do dark humor? Or do you do like dirty
No, I
stuff?
don't
Or
mind
you
that
I don't
Yeah.
mind any of that. It's when people
It's
go,
100%
it's people
to
going,
tell
"Can you
us
tell us a joke?" Or people going, "Oh, I thought you were meant to be funny. Why you not being? Do you know what I mean?"
Nah,
Just-
people don't say it to me.
It's there's times
so
where like
annoying.
one of my ma's mates was asking like, oh, what's your stuff on? And I was kind of explaining one of the bits, and I could see he was just going, "This is wank."
Yeah, I
Yeah.
refuse to explain any bit or even start to say a bit because like it's gonna be shit. I remember being at a house party and one of my good mates was like, "Let's do a wee bit now." Why is up? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna cure even if it's shit. Like, just do it now. I'm like, no, I'm not doing it. Like,
Do you know what happened when me and Sean done that Ulster University gig?
Well.
Walking out, there were two guys who were really up for it at the start of the gig. Like they were like helping us set up the stage. They were like, "Lads, we're here for the comedy night now." See, as soon as it was done, they turned around and we went, "Fair play," and then left.
we're big fans.
Like me.
Like, dude. I've got a few questions here. Claire Campbell asked, "Who is the most likely to die alone?" Fuck me.
Jesus, Kieran.
Yeah, probably. But you know, I like that.
Very somber.
I'm not lonely. I'm just alone.
That's nice.
That's a Drake lyric.
That's
100%.
It's from Heat, the De Niro film.
I'm not
said it
lonely.
to
I'm
you.
just alone.
Yeah.
That
I know.
is-
I know. Of course, I'm alone, but I'm not lonely because I said it to you on the golf course.
That's whenever I packed up my home and go, "See you later."
You're on your
You're
fucking
on
own
your
now.
own.
Yeah, yeah.
You're on your own now. Talal again asked, "Is TV better or worse than it was 20 years ago?"
Yeah, it's better.
100%. This question annoyed me. Not that. Well, it did annoy me. This whole thing. Was it better now? Everything's better now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything is better now. Everybody just looks back at rose tinted glasses.
Yeah, no, it's like now TV dramas back years ago were fucking dog shit. Like,
I'm gonna do a bit about it, and I don't know how to word it, but it's literally about that premise that like there's nothing now
yeah.
that was better back in the day. Everything's better. You've got so much choice.
Well, Star Wars were bigger, but
Maybe that was bad for you.
see, they're looking out for your health now.
See?
Fuck them. I want all the sugar.
TV now, 20
Yeah.
years ago.
Do you ever watch
Nah,
the thick of
TV
it?
now, like, 'cause it's just even the thought of having to wait to watch TV.
Yeah.
Woo, fucking nuts. Right, well, favorite program from about 20 years ago, 2003.
Oh, gee, I
Fuck
was
Jungle Run or
I
something.
was 6. Yeah.
I was 7.
Hard Henry.
Match of the day.
Fucking glass of wine. Chinese.
Right the wife.
Joe was class. News round.
Oh, with the black boy presenting.
Yeah.
He was a legend. Like
Deshaun?
Sean. He eventually made the big step up. The
Oh, he
BBC
did?
News, didn't
He
he?
did.
I'm sure that was a big day in his household.
This
Hey,
week's
got
thumbnail's going to be
promoted.
me in blackface and it's going, Deshaun.
Final question. Teresa goes, who's the most selfish out of us three? I don't know if that's her trying to get at me and call me selfish.
Yeah, it is, yeah. She told me. Everyone said Pete.
Um,
I've been called selfish quite a lot, but I think I'm just content.
I feel selfish at the moment, having to fucking get everyone to help me with this leg.
I don't feel selfish. I feel selfless.
You feel selfish? Do you feel selfless?
No, I feel selfish at times. Like there's times where
I think you have to be selfish at times, don't you?
it's been times where maybe even as well. Like on Tuesday, I was like, "Can I go home after my set?"
Yeah, the gig was fucking. Let's just say it took a weird turn from the very start.
Kieran
Kieran,
Comedy Club?
yeah, Kieran just goes, "Can I go home?" I was like, "No, stuck here with me. I want to go home." doing this. We're in this together, and it turned out. Actually, what actually turned out good. We got through it.
Yeah.
It was a nice time.
I'm buzzing to get back to RE Comedy Club. Miss it.
I do you know what?
It's a
I
spot.
really missed it being away. Like just
Yeah.
it's such a free hit.
It's
See,
a-
the first time I ran it was grand. See, the second time, there was two girls from Australia and a family of 6
Yeah.
came down, and a guy who booked a ticket for the Empire and booked a ticket for this,
Right.
and then I decided to come to this instead,
Fair play to him.
and then they were fucking all so lovely, like
Yeah.
it's just so up for it, like the mum was sort of heckling, but you know when you're encouraging
nice
it, like
way.
yeah. The 2 Australians were 2 psychology students and all, and I was like, right, we're gonna need your diagnosis for every act and all, and it was just like the most comfortable I felt
It's good vibes.
MCing, like.
It's good. It's good.
I like we community atmosphere. Just even just with us and all the acts.
Yeah.
So we night out.
Yeah. Seeing the
I
same
really
faces
enjoy
and
it.
stuff
Well, the
like that,
last
like-
time I seen you in person, me and you had like 3 or 4 pints after RB Comedy Club, and I was like, "See you Thursday, buddy."
That's sad. Like
The saddest thing about this thing was I watched the podcast the week before you did it, and you're like, I'm going to play a 5-save with Sean
The
Haggerty,
amount of
and I was
people
like,
who've said that,
I was like, oh no.
Because I was, me and you were sitting there like having like when you were like, there's just something nice about it, and I was thinking like, I'll see you on Saturday, and then it's just,
I know.
You'll never see me again.
I'm yawning like fuck.
Yeah,
We're on the mend, guys.
We'll wrap this up. Thanks for hosting us.
thank you very much. Yeah.
Thanks for coming down. I appreciate you coming down. I know it's a bit of a fucking handling coming down here
Not at all.
to record it, but it's good to record a couple of episodes with you.
Yeah.
Hopefully, by the time this episode comes out, I will, fingers crossed, not tempting fate, should be in hospital, should be in a new brace, should have no metal in my leg anymore. Hopefully, maybe be a wee bit mobile, and fingers crossed, next week we'll be in RE Comedy Club back at home. And if not, there'll be some shite guest replacing some shite.
We'll be
guy.
back down the road, don't worry.
He'll be used to in Deshaun.
No, I think we want to keep it just the 3 of us. Not
Yeah.
as in like no guests at all, but just like we'll get back to what she's like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what
Three
we
boys
like as
chatting-
well. Not
chat-
there's anything wrong with
chatting
guests,
shit.
but
Could I give a shout out to one last thing?
go for it.
I've said it in 2 episodes before, but it's this Friday when this comes out. Family member isn't too well. We're doing a family walk for cancer research. The link we'll be putting this episode. If you could donate anything at all, be greatly appreciated. And the people, and a few people have donated from the last episode, and genuinely blown away by it. I just want to say a massive thank you to anyone who's donated.
I was going to do the walk, but I decided to break my knee, so I didn't have to do it.
I've booked a gig in, so I'm not going to walk in there. But my ma is doing it.
Live Christmas show, go on the socials, get the tickets, and then RE Comedy Club every Tuesday. Usual shit. Thanks, guys.
Thanks very much.